Welcome to ASA. So in this video, we're going to look on isometric projection. So the question that I'm going to solve here, I've been asked by a lot of people to solve this question. So I want to draw the isometric diagram of a knuckle joint. So this one is the knuckle joint. Okay, so we're also going to use templates which are on the set square. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm using 4H for construction lines. So as you can see, my pencils are sharp. Okay, so that is the trick in drawing. If your pencils are sharp, you're going to have a neat diagram. Okay, as you can see them, and just make sure that your canvas is tight. You should be using this. Right, this is one that I recommend. Okay, and I'm using a clean rubber, and I'm using HB. This one is the pencil that I'm using for outlining. Right, you can use bead. It is also good. Okay, and my rubber right here, and I have my 30-degree set square, which is right here, and these are some of the templates that we're going to use. Okay. So what do we do? So like always, first of all, I'm going to draw a reference axis. Okay, and make sure this one is as light as possible, just for you to see. And this one is going to be our height, right? And we're going to draw our axis right here, and this one. So these are the axes that we're going to use. Okay, so this question is not for beginners. You should watch some of my videos, right, to learn how to draw ellipse in isometric projection. Because if you don't know those things, this question is going to be difficult for you. So now let's look at our question. Okay, so in isometric projection, when I give you a diagram, there's an orientation which is best to draw the diagram, which is going to be easy. So in this case, that is the orientation that we're going to use, right? So let's look at the width. So what I'm going to make my width is going to be that circular end. So that circular end is a diameter of 60. So if something has a diameter of 60, that means the radius is 30, right? So I'm going to come here and I'm going to measure my 60 right here. But it's just good to measure half, since we're going to need also 30, right? Okay, after doing this, I'm going to do the same right here. I'm going to measure 60 and 60. So the reason why I'm just contracting something that looks like a square, it is because I want to draw an ellipse, right? And for the height, we have 18 plus 30 plus 18. Okay, so let's start. We're going to measure 18 right here. We're going to measure 30, and we're going to measure 18, right? Okay, so now what you need to do, take your set square, and we're going to project right here. We've measured 60 upwards. Right here we have measured 30 upwards, right? And also going to do the same. So in isometric, it's all about concentration, because we're going to have as many construction lines as possible. So you should just keep focused, right? Know what you are doing. Okay, and I'm going to draw this one. That is where we marked 18, and right here we said it's 20, and right here we've measured 18. We're going to do the same right here. We've measured 18, and now it's a matter of joining these lines. Okay, so let's construct a box that is on top right here. So we're going to come right here and right here. Okay, now we're going to go to the middle of our top plane right here. We're going to join right here, and I'm going to come right here like this. Okay, and we're going to come right here at this corner, draw this line, and I'm going to come at this corner and draw this line. Okay, and now it's time to draw an ellipse, and you know the formula. We're going to join this diagonal with this diagonal. Okay, so let's do that, and remember using 4H to do this, because these are all construction lines. So after doing that, I'm going to join this one and this one, right? Like this. And allow me to mark this as one of our centers. So this is one of the centers that we're going to use. Now join this and this, and this one is going to be one of the centers that we're going to use. And this one is one of our centers, and this one is one of our centers. Okay, so let's look. If you look at the end of the front of the fork end, you're going to see that it is 30 millimeter wide. So take a ruler. So we're going to measure 15 right here and 15 right here. And if we do that, we're going to have our smooth 30, right? So we're going to come right here, draw a line like this, and draw a line like this. Okay, and now what we're going to do, we're going to take your canvas, right? You're going to start come here at this one of your centers, right, as you can see, and you're going to put your canvas at this end, right here, and make sure that it will draw a very good circle, right? And after that, you're going to strike a circle like this one, and after doing that, you're going to come to this center point, right? If you come to this center point, you're going to complete this circle right here. Okay, and when you're done doing that, you're going to come to this point and put your canvas where this circle ends, and you're going to complete the same circle. Okay, like this one. Now I'm going to come to this point. You don't want the circle to cross this line, right? So joining it up to here, and I'm going to need it to come right here. Okay, so it needs to touch this line. Okay, and we have an inner circle. If you look right into the diagram, right, we have a small circle that is on top of this one, and that one has a radius of 24. So we're going to come to this point. So since it has a radius of 24, that means we're going to measure 12 on both sides. And we're going to come to this point, this end, and to this end. So right here is 24, it's 12, making it 24. Taking this as our center, we're going to measure 12 here. Okay, and if we do that, we're going to construct a circle right here, a square. So this one is our square. So the thing that you have to do is to be focused, because you can see these are construction lines. They're going to be too many, but when you are focused and concentrating, you can see you're not going to have a problem. And if your diagram is correct, you can see the long diagonal is already joined. So your job is just to join this diagonal and this diagonal. You're going to repeat this circle for an ellipse. So if you don't know how to draw an ellipse in isometric, I think it's wise for you to check in the description. You're going to see a lot of videos where I've shown people how to draw a circle in isometric projection, right? So taking this as the center line, so this one is going to be a full circle, so there's no need to worry. Okay, make sure that your canvas is tight, right? It's not moving. So come here, and you may want to check my other channel, Think Tank Online Learning. Okay, we have a lot of engineering courses that we have covered there. Okay, it's a good place for you. Okay, now come to this point. Now we need to join this and this, right? And if your canvas is not drawing a full circle, yes, you may just change the position just a little bit and look where it is going to fit, right? And I'm going to come to the opposite side, which is this one. And you're going to repeat the process again, right? I'm going to draw this circle. Okay, like this. So before outline, what I need to do, we have to draw an ellipse underneath. We're not going to do that. We're going to transfer those center points, right? So let's start with the center points for the big circle. That is what we need, because this one I'm not going to see it. So I'm going to just draw this, right? And come here and draw this, right? So we know that the distance from here to here is 18. So I'm going to come to this center point right here, and I'm going to measure our 18 right from this center point. We're going to measure 18, and if you measured 18, make sure you marked it, right? And also going to measure this center point, okay, the one at the end right here. And if it is correct, it should just pass through the outline, right? And if it is not, you can just continue and change it, right? So we're going to have our 20 right here, or 18 right here, okay? And now come to this point. This is where we opened our canvas to draw this circle, right? right here. This is how you draw, and I'm going to transfer it to that center, right? And I'm going to draw a circle like this one. Okay, as you can see, they're going to come right here. I hope you're seeing it. And I'm going to come, pen our compass up to this point, as you can see. So this is the point, and now we're going to come right here. We've measured 20 from that center point, and now we're going to draw this, and make sure just touch like this one. Okay, after doing that, you're going to join right here using a straight ruler, right? You're going to join, okay, like this, and you're going to come to this point, open your compass up to right here. So this is where we've measured, so we're going to come to this point, and now we're going to touch this circle, right, and draw something like this. Okay, and after doing that, take your ruler and you're going to join these lines, right? Okay, like this. And now what I need to do, okay, so using this method of transferring centers, we can draw a circle, you can draw a circle here, but since there's a big distance right here, I'm just afraid that our circle may shift, right? You know, because if we, let's say we make an error of 0.5 millimeters here, so if you just try to extend this line, the error will become big. Okay, so that's why it is wise for us to just do a long process right here and draw this one, join this one, and join this one. Okay, and now it's time for us to join this diagonal and this diagonal. Okay, now join this one and this one. So this one is going to be our center. We're going to have this one as our center. Okay, and now we're going to take our compass. So using this as the center, we're going to touch this point right here. We're going to draw a circle like this one. Okay, and you come to this point right here. This is our circle, center point. We're going to draw a line. So we're going to touch that circle right here. Okay, and now come to this point. We're going to touch this line. We're going to draw a circle like this one. Okay, and now what we're going to do, okay, you can even take our compass right here. Okay, you can see we're good now, and we're going to transfer those center points, right? Take a ruler. So this one was our first point, center point right here. Extend it downwards right here, and we're also going to measure 18 from each center point, right? So 18 right here and 18 right here. Okay, we're also going to need 18 from this end point, right? So 18 right here. Okay, so the reason why I'm not measuring this center point is because we're not going to see right here. Okay, so from here to here we have drawn our circle, right? We're standing right here. So go to our new center point, which is right here. We're going to finish drawing this base, right? Okay, like this. Now open this up to here. Okay, come here, and we're going to finish by doing this. Now when we draw this, we're right here. Okay, like this. And now going to finish. This is where our 20 is, right? We're going to draw it like this. Okay, so as you can see, now we can join can join these 2 points together, and you can do the same right here. Okay, and things are just getting out of control with me too many construction lines. So using this as our center point, I'm going to draw a circle right here. They said we're going to measure 12 right here and 12 right here. Okay, and also going to measure 12 right here and 12 right here. Okay, so just stay focused, don't get confused with construction lines. Now I'm going to join this and this. Okay, and we're going to join this and this. Okay, and what we're going to do, we have the long diagonal already. Join these two center points, this corner and this corner. And now it's time we draw a circle right here. So come to this point, right, and I'm going to draw a circle here. I just switch for using left so that I can't block a view. Okay, it's kind of shivering. And now coming to this one. Okay, so right here, this is what we're going to have. Now come to this center point, and it's time to finish that little circle, right? Okay, now come to this center point right here and finish this circle. Okay, like this. So before I proceed, what I'm going to do, I'm going to outline, right? So if you're drawing circles, you need some center lines, right? So before we forget, let's put our center lines right here, and I'm going to put this one right here. Also going to do the same on top right here. Right here, so when you're drawing a center line, you don't end with a stroke, you end with a big one, right? Okay, so this one. And now what we're going to do, take a ruler. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to measure 35, right, from the center point, right? So you can see it's going to measure So we're going to measure 35 from here. Okay, after I measure 35, check your set square. So make sure that your set square is at a clean surface, because if it is not, it is going to make your diagram look dead. And after doing that, you're also going to project this line downwards. Okay, and now, just in case I need the examination, you need to do something, just make sure you outline it and make sure you outline when you are certain that you haven't made any mistake. Okay, and we know the distance from here to here, we've said it is 18, right? So I'm going to measure 18 right here, and after that we're going to outline, right? So we're going to need 18 right here. We're also going to need a construction line, because this one is going to extend, don't know where it is going to end, right? And now we're going to go right here. Okay, so this one is our center, right? So it is the same. We need 30 right here. Okay, so right here we're going to measure 15 from here, right? From this center point, we're going to measure 15, right? So 15 is right there. Okay, take your set square and you're going to draw a line like this one. Okay, and now that you are certain that this one is correct, you can outline right here. Okay, and now come right here, this line, also going to measure 18, and after doing that, I'm going to draw a construction line, this one, so this one should be as long as possible, and so that's this one. And now it's time to outline up to here, but before we do that, let's project this line downwards. Okay, and what we're going to do, going to outline right here, and here I said we need 20. Okay, so 20 is right here. Okay, that's the line that I constructed. It was not supposed to be there. Okay, so here up to this line. Okay, so let's extend this one. Okay, so now what we're going to do, so you know that we need to draw an ellipse right here. So right here, if your measurements are correct, you should get 15. So we're going to measure 15 on each end, right? We're going to measure 15 here and 15 going this direction, right? And if you do that, we're going to draw this one. Is going to be our ellipse, right? Okay, so right here, just pay attention and focus, right? So this one from here to here to here up to here. Okay, and we know the corner points, and now it's time to join this and this. Okay, and your center and this one right here, and this one, this corner point, and right here. Okay, and now that you have your centers, and you're only going to need these two center points, right? Take your tight compass, come and open it up to this point, right? And right here, we're going to strike, right? Okay, let's do that. Boom, good. And now let's come to this point. Now it's time to join this and this, right? Okay, okay, that looks cool. What do we need? We need another big circle like this one. Okay, so let's outline. Okay, so from here to here, we know that's going to be 18 plus 30 plus 18. So that should give you 60. That should give you 66. 18 plus 30, 36. Okay, so from this point to this point, that should give you 66, right? Okay, so if you have 66, you're only going to measure 33 on each end, right? Using this as a center point, so 33 right here is what we are going to do. Okay, and once we do that, we're going to come here and draw this and make sure this line is extended up to here, and we have measured 33, it's right here. So I'm going to make this line a bit crazy so that I can see where I'm ending when I join this diagonal and this diagonal. Okay, it's actually here. And now from our center up to here, which is right here, and now to the corner. Where's our corner? So the corner is right here. Okay, and it's going from here. So I'm going to come to this point and this point, right, and just make it long so that I can just reference it from here. Okay, so from here it's going to be simple. I'm going to come to where this diagonal line, okay, so this was supposed from here to here. Okay, just be careful right here. And now I'm going to come to where this line is going to meet this line. It's meeting it right here. Now I'm going to come to this point, right? Okay, and now I'm going to draw a smooth circle like this one, and I hope yours is good. Okay, now come to this. This is where these two lines are joining each other. And now if you connect this line, you should draw a line which should touch this, right? Something like this. Okay, and if you do that, now what you need to do is just extend these lines, right? We know where it is meeting, so I think you can outline, right? Okay, and now we need something like this right here. Okay, and what I'm going to do, we're going to transfer centers, right? So remember the center line, the center point that we used to draw, which was right here, and the distance from it is 30. So I'm going to go to that center point, right? Just make this one as long as possible. Why am I making it as long as possible? So that you can just easily track it, right? So this is the line which is going to touch right here, and from here I'm going to measure 30, and 30 is right here. Okay, so when I drew this circle, right, this one I was right here. Now I'm going to go to where I've measured 30 right here. Now I want to right here, and I'm going to draw something like this. And when I'm certain that this is what I want to draw, I'm going to take my ruler and outline, right? Okay, and what are you going to do? Okay, so right here just going to construct something like this, okay, to maintain that length, right? So we need 30 right here, so just going to come here and measure 30 right here. And as you can see, your 30 is right there. So I'm going to come to this center point, right? As you can see, the center point of this line, you're going to come right here, and this is where I need you to measure 120, right? So we're going to measure 120 right there. And after measuring 120, just need you to construct a line, okay, like this one. Now I need you to measure 35 millimeters from end of that line, from end point of that line right here, okay. And I need you to draw something like this, okay. And after doing that, so I'm going to come right here and draw a line like this one. I'm going to draw this one again, and to it is ending right here. Let's just draw an axis so that you can see where this line is going to end, right, like this, okay. And right here, what we need, you're going to take your set square, and you know this is where it said 120 is ending, right? So let me just try to put it right there, and I'm going to draw a line like this one, okay? And right there, there's where the line, this line is touching that construction line. Let me try to make it dark like this one. Then we have this one, which is right here, and this one, which is right here, okay? And from here we have this center point, right, which you can see right there. I'm going to construct it like this, okay? And now it's time to divide this. As you can see, it's 30, so I'm going to divide this to make this one 15. And if you do that, I'm going to draw a line like this, okay? Now join this long diagonal and join this one and join this one, okay? That's what I'm going to do. So this one is our center point. Just going to draw an ellipse, right? And this, we're going to draw this in construction line, right? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to come and draw something like this, okay? And now I'm going to come to this, which is the center point right here. We're going to draw the center point is right here. As you can see, we're going to draw a line like this one, okay? And we're going to come to this center point right here, and we're going to draw a line which is going to touch right here, okay? And now I'm going to take this one, and right here I'm going to use this template. So just know that since it's isometric, so right here it's going to be a little big, and right here it's going to be a little small, okay? So I'm going to take a template, right? And those are the things that we're going to use right here. So if you take templates, just find where they can fit perfectly, okay? Where they can fit perfectly, and I think right here, okay? You take them. We're going to come right here and find where you think it is just perfect for you, okay? So I think right here is fine, okay? Now lastly, this piece, okay? So right here, then I'm going to draw, okay? So just think right here, and I'm going to try to connect this and this, okay? So I think right here I'm good, right here I'm good, okay? And right here I think this one just a small. I'm going to try to make them just a little bigger, right? Okay, so I think something like this will be fine, okay? And come right here and draw something like this, okay? Now go just trying to join them just like this, okay? Now go to where it is ending right here, and right here you just need it to be very, 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 very small, right? Okay, something like this right here, and something like this. Good. Okay, and I think if we do this, we're good to go. Okay, so now let's see what we have. Let's outline. Okay, okay, so we have something like this right here, and we have something like this right here. Okay, and now what about here? We have something like this. Okay, and right here we have something like this. And now it's time to connect this line and this line, and right here is going to connect this and this. Okay, like this. As you can see, that's our win, right? And lastly, we're just going to draw, take this one, a center point right here, which you are seeing right there. Okay, we're not sure the length, so I'm just going to just measure something that you think is reasonable and draw this one. But I told the radius of the shaft, right? That one it is 24, right? So we're going to measure 12 right here and 12 right here. We're also going to measure 12 right there and 12 right there. And join these lines, right? Like this. Okay. Okay, now join this center point, draw the ellipse. So if some of you have seen that I'm only going to apply ellipse. If you know how to draw ellipse, if you know how to transfer centers, yes, this question was not going to be a challenge for you, right? So from here to here, it's now time you draw a circle, right? Circle like this, and come from here to here, right here. Going to draw a circle, and just make sure it is going to touch this point, right? And from here, make sure it's going to touch the line. Okay, after doing this, take your center, take your lines right here. Okay, and if you do that, just outline. Okay, so this one is the end of our tutorial, and I hope you've enjoyed, right? So this is drawing. If yours is not like this, just don't worry, right? Just practice it a little more time, right? So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.